What's up, y'all? Bruxa here. I'm here with the Division Line.
Hi!
Hello.
Yeah. Y'all want to introduce yourselves? Go right ahead.
I'm Cesar Ruiz. I sing and play guitar.
My name is Parker Caruth. I play guitar a little bit. I've never actually played an instrument ever in my life before I joined this band.
He's a liar.
My name is Eli, and I'm a drummer, and sometimes I play bongos.
Not a lie.
I'm Caroline. I play bass guitar.
So, how's it going, y'all? You guys are pretty new as a band out here in Boise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Basically.
doing great. Life is great. Life is lifing right now. I'm doing great, and I love these people. I'm happy to be playing music with them.
Caroline? Same?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So how long have y'all been playing in the Boise music scene? I know it's your birthday today, right, Cesar? You're only how old again?
I'm 19 today.
Yeah, so you're just new to the Boise scene in general, aren't you?
Yeah, kind of.
He's a little puppy.
Little puppy. What other bands have y'all been in? Like, just playing in the Boise music scene?
I was in a band called Radiohead with this guy named Tom York. That was a pretty fun time.
Cool.
No, I was in a band called Sundog. Played with Talon Smartt recently. Talon Smartt was a great band to play with, and I had a blast.
I'm a huge jam band guy, so I've been in a lot of jam band stuff. Currently, I'm in the band called Pavilion. Shout out Pavilion Boise. Great band. And then I'm also in this really cool Riot Girl band called Rug Cutter. Really fun. Hopefully, we're gonna play some shows soon. But now I'm in Division Line, and it's sick as hell.
Caroline? How many bands have you been in?
A few. I played with Potential Spam for a couple years. Not Yet. I was in Hicks for a while, and I've sung for a few people, so that's cool.
Hell yeah. And with the Division Line, so let's see. You guys have one song out, right, currently?
Yes.
And that's on the YouTubes?
That's on YouTube, and that's on Bandcamp as well.
Grab the mic.
That is on YouTube at Bandcamp as well as a demo.
Hell yeah. And what's that called again?
Youth and Young Love.
Youth and Young Love.
There's this musical genius wrote it, and it rules.
Better than it beats Eating Trash and playing Superman. I'll tell you that much.
How does he?
You
told him the story? Okay.
You want to tell him the Eating Trash and playing Superman story?
Yeah, please.
I guess, yeah. Okay, so essentially in 8th grade, my English teacher... That's a stroll down memory lane. Oh my goodness.
Please, no, tell us. What's that about?
My English teacher, I really wasn't the greatest of students, and anything non-musical basically. And so instead of doing my work, I started digging through the trash because I think I dropped something in there, but it was also I had my sweater on as a cape just because I didn't want to leave it on my chair or whatever.
Yeah.
And so my teacher pulls me aside and she's like, "What are you doing? You're eating trash and playing Superman."
Wow.
Something like that. I think it was way funnier in the time.
And then you wrote a song about it? Or what?
Did I?
Heller.
Oh, Heller, yeah.
Division
It
Line
was,
song.
yeah, that was like one of my first
That rules,
songs I wrote. It was basically a diss track against
Your teacher?
my teacher.
Fuck yeah. That is, though.
Yeah.
We don't hate Miss Heller though. She was actually kind of a real one.
We were just annoying.
We were just shitty students.
Yes.
Oh, man. And you guys are playing the Boise Hive, right? That's your first show?
That's our first show as a band, yeah.
Okay, so the Boise Hive show is this Saturday, July what?
12.
12th.
Yeah.
12th.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
gonna
And
be a
that's
great
at the
time.
Hive, obviously.
And shout out the Boise Hive. They always do great things, just like this guys.
You guys rock.
Legitimately.
Sorry, I just want to glaze a few local bands. I really love Loom. Alex, if you're watching, I love you.
Andon, too.
Andon, oh my god,
great.
we love Andon. Crush the Monster's great. Moon Owls Mages are great. Neptune Moon's awesome.
Sir Vessel.
Sir
Vessel, dude,
yes.
Michael's a cutie. We love Michael,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Intentionally obtuse.
Intentionally obtuse, dude.
Yeah.
Michael Vessel is he's very Wes Anderson coded. There's a few other local bands I can't think of right now, but are absolutely fantastic. Red Caroline, dude, I love
Caroline.
Red Caroline, dude, and Plum Vision's great.
Shout out Fjord People. Shout out JD Hicks.
I also like Barn. Despite never playing in a heavy band, I really like Barn.
Barn rips. Dude, Barn put in work. Like, legitimately, their songs are so fucking long, so complicated. It's insane.
Barn, if you're watching, which you probably aren't, but if you are watching, I want to be Barn when I grow up,
It's just
please.
gonna be all shout-outs. Oops, all shout-outs. So y'all have 5 songs so far?
We have
Um,
good.
Pretty good.
Well, that I've given you guys. Yeah.
He's the main songwriter as of
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
He's given us like what 5 or 6 songs so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, about.
Yeah.
And we're gonna play those at our upcoming shows, and it's gonna be really fun and awesome sauce, and I'm really excited.
Are y'all planning on recording those songs at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Near future.
Yeah.
But
Near
on
future.
recording yourselves?
Yeah. Yeah.
He produces really well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like his production style.
Yeah. I go
He's
to
very
music
cool.
school, so.
Dude, we need to see some more of your stuff then too.
I'm working on a record, actually intentionally obtuse's new record. I
oh
produced
really?
that one.
Hell yeah.
Sir Vessel, we're recording a new record with him. I'm producing that one as well. Those ones are really different in style. For intentionally obtuse, the guys wanted me to make a giant sounding record, you know,
Oh,
basically
yeah.
like a giant pop record.
Right.
For Sir Vessel, he went the opposite direction. He wants a super lo-fi.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna
super-
say that's like the total opposite.
Yeah,
Moldy
so
Peaches-esque.
Completely
He wants it moldy
stripped down.
peaches-esque
Yeah.
and-
You guys haven't played a show yet, but you've been jamming and writing, right?
Yeah, a lot of rehearsals and
A lot of
just
rehearsals.
making sure that everything's coming together.
But right now, I'm just like focusing on the division line kind of stuff.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I do a lot of solo and film scores. and
Oh,
work like
word.
that too. So I have like 3 film scores coming out this year. So
Really? Dude, I
Yeah.
gotta get with
Yeah.
you. I've done some composition stuff myself.
yeah, no, it's fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I like kind of just joined this band, but like it seems like a really great project that's happening, and then I know it's gonna go pretty far. But these guys are all like super understanding, super nice, and like they're very like if you're lost on something on a song, they'll always like help you through it and everything. And
Steer you right.
yeah, like, and I find that really helpful in bands, and it's like when everybody works together.
Rather than like being like, oh, I know more, or like, let me show you,
Yeah.
or yeah.
'Cause it's like when everyone works together, it just
no egos.
Yeah, no
you know.
egos.
We
Yeah.
paid him to say that.
We paid him top dollar to say that.
We
He's
act-
actually
we
he's
rip him.
actually quitting the band after these 3 shows.
Oh,
So,
damn.
After these 3 shows, you won't see. Okay.
That sucks. Oh, you're just finding out about this. Okay, I see.
No, we love Eli. Eli, like, he fits the style we need really well because a lot of the drummers in Boise are great drummers, but they aren't what we
They're just
need.
so complex.
They're very complex. We don't need very complex drummers.
No,
really.
that's totally fair.
And I
Yeah.
feel the complexity of the songs I write are more of all 4 pieces working. Oh, and the melody, the vocal line working together. That's where you get the complexity from.
Yeah.
Rather than just one musician, you know.
No,
showing off.
1,000%.
Yeah.
You know, the complexity should be from
I've
everybody.
always kind of wanted in a band like that. You know.
That rules.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Eli emphasizes like dynamics a lot, which we really
Yes.
like. Caroline plays really tight, and she has solid tone, and like them together just sounds.
Greatest rhythm section.
Hell yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah.
y'all must jam a lot then, yeah.
Actually, the first time we all played together was at a jam session.
Really?
Actually, Michael
Hell yeah.
was there. Michael Vessel, he was
Yeah.
there too.
We were just jamming.
I was sweating bullets though.
Yeah,
It was-
we
it
all
was
were.
so
Where
It
was
hot
this
so
at?
hot in there.
Where was it at?
It was at the Hive. Yeah.
Oh, is that the
Studio
Hive?
4, yeah.
We rehearsed
Hell
at Studio
yeah.
4 in the Hive, basically. That's our.
So someday
first-
that place will be closed off to the community because it'll be so special.
Well, I believe that.
And
No,
it'll be a
legitimately.
museum because that's where the Vision Line was.
all the greatest Boise bands plus, you know, the greatest of all, the division line, you know.
Yeah, I'll have a big old plaque and all of us will be in their statues.
Here,
like that.
and
We're
y'all
not
will
as
be
good as
buried
Loom.
there, of course.
It's true.
When
We're
you
not
die. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean,
No, Loom's great, dude. Oh my God, Alex, if you're watching, I love you. Andon, I love you. Joe, I love you. Please, please, please let us hop on a bill with you. I'm begging you, please, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm
Remember,
begging
it's
you.
not who you know, it's who you blow, you know.
That is true.
I need to get that tattoo somewhere.
Jesus.
Yeah, and another thing about playing this band is like it's really cool because like a lot of bands have like a dedicated rhythm guitarist or lead guitarist, and you know us being the guitarists, we don't like have dedicated rhythm or lead. We switch on and off.
Yeah,
I was
the
gonna
Vision
say-
Line guys too.
I was gonna say, do y'all do the kind of switching instruments mid rehearsal essentially at this point?
No, not necessarily.
You
It's
don't
just
necessarily
like
switch instruments as part, because I like to
Part,
write
yeah.
very contrapuntal. You know, growing up, I studied Bach compositions.
Did
and
you
stuff like that.
legitimately?
100%,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
You
believe
can
that.
ask my fiance. I studied Bach.
Yes.
When I was super little, and so I fell in love with his counterpoint, which, if you guys don't know what counterpoint is. So basically, you have 4 lines of music. Is how you say
The
it.
counterpoint?
Man.
That's so cool.
You have 4 lines of music, and they're all melodic lines, but they combine together to make one full piece. And that's how I like writing my stuff. You know. Just
Basically, they're
adds
all
more.
connected.
It all connects. Yeah.
That
The
was-
Strokes does it a lot
Very
too.
inspiring.
Very inspiring.
Legitimately, yeah.
Yeah. That's how I like writing. That's how I've always written. I mean, I write all the songs on piano.
Parker,
right?
do you know any music theory?
Not a whole lot, not like Cesar does. Cesar will just say something that I'm completely unfamiliar with. I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I remember one time he's like, there's this Nepotylian chord. I was like, what the fuck is a Nepotylian chord?
Neapolitan.
It's a
I'm like dyslexic
it's
for
a chord
verbally.
whose parents are in the music biz, you know.
Yeah, no.
Nepotism chord.
I mean,
It gets kind of.
I know a good chunk of my scales. I know my chords.
Yeah,
I fake it from there.
Eli,
What, me? Oh god. Well, here's
the
thing.
drummer.
Well,
How much music
it's
theory
kind
do
of
you
a crazy story, but basically in school I started percussion in 5th grade. You know, I really did a bunch of bells and xylophone and stuff like that. And then junior high I did it. Then I quit in high school because I didn't want to do marching band. Because that looks
Yeah,
lame.
it's lame. Yeah.
So I was like, no. And then my friend came up to me and he was like, hey, like, I know you played percussion in school. You want to play for my band? I'm like, dude, I haven't picked up drumsticks in like a year and all that stuff. And then I got hooked on it and started drumming and stuff. And then I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and I had to like relearn how to use my kick. I like literally didn't drum for about 2 or 3 months. Wow. And then I just started working out my leg again and here I am.
Wow.
So-
Well, shit.
We
Glad
love
to have you
Eli.
back on the.
Yeah.
Drummer. Such a great
Thank
drummer.
you. I play with all the pavilion guys, and those guys are cracked, like amazing drummers. And I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, what am I doing with myself? I hate this, and like they're so good and everything, and that's why I got really into hand drumming and stuff like that, and it's really fun.
I look
But
at
these guys gave me a great opportunity for that.
Hell yeah. That's
Dude,
awesome.
I look at Jack sometimes and I'm like, I am never picking up a guitar ever again.
I
Jack
feel
is
that-
insane.
I feel that with Dante.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Dante's
oh my
also
god, I should
insanely
change
good
my
at that.
hobby.
Yeah, just
What's
good.
your background in music?
Well, let's see. Most of my background is in vocals. I was doing a lot of choir stuff from like 2nd grade on. I started performing vocally, like solo-y for about from like 7th grade on. I started playing bass in about 7th grade. I joined a couple bands when I was in middle school. I moved up here, joined Potential Spam for a while, and was the bassist and singer for that. And then I met Parker through JD Hicks, and I've been playing with a bunch of people since then. And I'm going to school for music composition, and I sing for some of the jazz stuff and play with like some of the jazz people and like for like Boise State. So that's kind of where I'm coming from.
That's right.
Standing O. That was beautiful. Couldn't have said better.
No, that rules. So y'all all have a background in music already, you know, and that's really cool. It just shows that you really don't need music theory, you know, as long as you have somebody that knows it in your band. You know?
I'll play something that I think is completely right, and Caesar's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right? No.
And then he starts throwing beer bottles at me and starts calling me mean names and telling me that he hates me.
I
And
said
no one
F
loves me.
sharp, not a D. Damn it.
So you know how we said like, oh, everyone's super supportive. That's a lie. We all actually hate each other.
Dude, Caesar's forcing us all to play his songs. I'm very scared. I'm being held hostage. Please help.
Well, then when it comes to writing, Cesar, what has been like the main inspiration? Like, do you go to beats first, or do you go to like melodies first?
So, this is gonna sound super pretentious.
Please.
But a lot of the songs that like I stick with, kind of, I hear them when I when I sleep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that makes
kind
sense.
of thing, right? So, what was that? Sometimes I'd wake up and like in the dream I had or whatever, I hear the song like fully completed already, and so all I have to do is just write it out.
That
and
rules.
give it to them.
So that's your tism then. That's
Yeah,
part of your
that's
tism.
right, yeah.
I
Yeah, I
think
guess you could
yeah.
say.
No, it's all-
Or sometimes, in the normal like I'm just doing my thing, and then I hear like a melody, and I'm like, okay, well I have to work on this now. And then I drop everything I'm doing, and then start. I always carry sheet music with me
That
wherever I go.
rules.
So usually I try to write at least like 4 songs a day, and then whatever song whatever.
This guy's work ethic is crazy.
Yes, I work a lot.
Well, you're still very young, dude. So
Yes,
you
thank
got a
you.
long way to fucking go.
And
there's
so,
gonna be a hell of a lot of songs, you know.
whatever song
in 5 years.
in that day I like, and that I remember I like, then I keep that one and I bring it to the band and
That
stuff
rules.
like that. Unless if Parker says, hey, we need a new song, then I have to like write one.
Then you
then
keep
and
it-
there.
and you
I
keep-
tell him, I was like, hey, write a song, bitch, and then if it's not good, I shoot him in the foot. It's like, try again.
Yes.
And you keep the pop stuff to yourself because that's the money making, you know.
Well, kind of. I mean, I'm very. I can write decent pop songs.
Hell yeah.
And so I write them so often that I just bring them to the band and I have them for my stuff. And I have clients who hire me to write songs for them too. And so I just have a collection of pop songs I just give to everyone.
He's so funny.
What would you say our music style is like?
It's classical music, but with
like classical.
overdrive on it, basically.
Yeah, it's like classical with overdrive.
Kind of reminds me of Weezer a little bit.
Classical
Weezer?
poppy overdrive.
Really?
A
Dude,
little bit.
You're out of the band.
Okay, bye guys. I'll see you.
we love Weezer actually.
Whenever I sing, people compare me to like Nirvana, and I'm like,
I don't know.
No.
I don't understand that.
Whoever said that is
A
probably
poser.
It's a freaking
Like,
poser,
do you
dude.
know what they sound like?
Dude.
What are you talking about?
Legit.
His voice is very overdriven. His is like very clean for the most part.
Yeah.
Like he overdrives it, but when he overdrives it, it sounds like Julian Casablancas from The Strokes more than anything.
That's fair, honestly.
The Strokes. Wait, I'm gonna make a video so we can post this on our story for Division Line. Be like, get me interviewed. Like,
On the interview.
on the interview. This is why.
Keep this in, future Bruxa. Keep this in for the bet.
This is literally how we're gonna get ourselves to go. Hey guys, it's Division Line. We're getting interviewed right now.
No, we're not. We're being held captive by Bruxa. Help us, please.
Oh my gosh.
They're here with me forever now.
You can never escape it. But yeah, okay. See you guys soon. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. Oh, Peter. Okay.
Well, that was a bit.
Even at my lowest, I'm still a family guy.
That's so stupid.
So how did y'all even meet? Genuinely, like I know y'all have.
Should we, yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, so damn, I'm really hogging. Okay. So it's kind of funny because I didn't know any of these people like before October or anything, and I went to the Shredder. Shout out Shredder, actually.
Shout out
Shredder's
Shredder.
great. Boise Shredder, super awesome. They got arcade, great venue, everything.
And I have the hottest sound guy ever, Alex Campbell.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, he's doing sound for the shredder
Yeah,
now.
he is.
I'm the sound guy at
Most-
Shredder.
Most handsome, beautifully gorgeous sound guy ever.
And it was like a Halloween show or whatever, and Parker was playing. I didn't know Cesar or Caroline or like all that kind of stuff. And I was in the back, so they have like this little sitting area in the back of the Shredder where it's like a bunch of lunch tables, and they have like a half pipe, which is really cool.
Hell yeah.
And I was sitting there, and it was Halloween, and out comes Parker, this man. Parker comes out of the door in a Jesus costume.
Oh fuck yeah.
And I saw light. I was like, holy shit, this is literally what I needed. But we're chilling.
Yeah.
We ain't moving now. So I'm
not
like,
dead yet.
so I'm just, I'm
Be
sitting there,
along.
and I'm like, I look at Parker, and he looks up at me. Both of our eyes met. It was like love at first sight. And he looked at me, and I was like, God is risen. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, like, this guy actually hates me. Like, I literally just said, but now we're best friends.
Yay.
Well, I mean, friends. Whatever.
And boyfriends.
Yeah.
And lovers. Wait, were they allowed to know that?
No.
We got exclusive.
That's a secret.
No relationships in the band.
Like, yeah, that's how things get screwed up. But yeah, that whoa. And then, so that all happened, and then Parker was like, hey, we're gonna start a band, it's called Division Line. I really wanted to start it since high school and all that kind of stuff. Or junior high. And then I went to the Hive, and I met Cesar and Caroline and those guys, and here
Oh,
we are.
and that's how you jam.
So the jam was when I met these two guys, but I know Parker.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so.
Me and
And-
Cesar, like, we met in middle school.
Yeah.
Because, you know, how, just like, this is how Cesar describes it. It's like, when we're like,
When you have two
middle school boys.
yeah, and you have a common interest, you're best friends for life.
Exactly. And that was like Ninja Turtles, I think, at the time.
It was Ninja Turtles and I think like jazz and stuff. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I met Parker because he saw me play with JD Hicks at Treefort. And he was like, man, I really like your bass playing. And I was like, thank you. And he invited me to jam with him and a couple guys he knew, and I was like, cool. And I played, and then he was like, hey, do you want to join the band? And I was like, yeah. So that's how.
Hell yeah.
Guys,
Feel
I
the vibe.
am so terribly sorry, but I got a jet because I don't want to get a ticket. And
Oh,
my
shit. What's
meter's it was supposed to be at 145. It's 145 right now, and it's like literally down 11th. So I'm gonna go do that
Yeah.
and figure
Thank
that out.
you, Eli.
Yes, thank you guys. I will see you guys in a little bit. Division line drummer out.
What kind of influences are y'all bringing into this specific band? Obviously, we got some classical, we got
lot
some
of classical
grunge, we got some
music.
punk.
Yes, yeah. I mean, probably honestly, mostly classical music. I'm
Mostly
a trained classical music. I started out on viola and stuff, and I started out guitar classical.
Wow.
And so when I write music, I just kind of think with those contexts. I mean, there's obviously times where, and I'm a big avid fan of music theory, but when I write songs, I
It's
don't.
more from the feeling.
Yeah, I mean, like when I only use music theory when I want to finish or orchestrate a song. Sorry, I should take that from you. Sorry.
makes Parker's a glorified mic stand now.
That's what he brings to the band now. No. But it's just mostly classical, and I only really use music theory when I'm explaining the song or when I want to arrange it
That makes sense.
properly. Because yeah, it's all piano when I write stuff, and then I
Yeah.
arrange it for guitar and.
It's like the classical mentality and the way it's orchestrated, but we have that like rock aesthetic in a way. Would you say that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah, rock attitude, but classical mentality.
have you seen me play?
Yeah, no, this guy
Hell
goes
yeah.
ham as fuck on
That
his guitar
rules.
sometimes. Like this guy, like when we were both at Sundogs in ancient history times. Basically,
Before it went down.
there was this song called Black Tuesday, and I remember like the first jam like ever run through that song. This guy was just like all over the fucking floor, basically. Just like fish out of water, and it was awesome. And we love Cesar, and he's very handsome, and it's his birthday today again.
yeah,
so,
happy birthday again,
yeah, so if you don't comment saying happy birthday, I'm gonna
Down there.
fucking find you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking find you, or reach out to him directly.
We have your IP address.
We have your IP address. We have your social security. You're fucked.
The link you clicked on to watch this video. It gave us everything we needed to know.
Caroline wants to say something.
Hey.
I forgot to mention Parker and I and a couple other guys are doing a thing on the 9th with the Traveler. It's the band that's going to be premiering their Tiffany lamp, so that's also cool.
Be nice to people, be nice to yourself, pursue what you love, and fuck what other people think of you, because you're only gonna be with yourself at the end of the day. Yeah. Caesar?
Stay in school.
And?
Don't do drugs.
Sorry.
Stay in drugs, don't do school, go.
Stay in be nice to your English teachers. Don't do what I did when I was playing trash or playing Superman and eating trash.
Yeah, no playing Superman eating trash.
That's stupid.
Caroline?
Hetero Awesomeness Fest was dumb and lame, and
Yeah,
50
fuck
people
Hetero
showed up,
Awesome Fest,
and
that
you
was
lost
bullshit.
money. Don't do it again.
We
Yeah.
love the shit out of Daniel. Daniel, if you're watching this, you are sweet and you have a heart of gold, and
Yeah.
we fucking love you. Boise loves you, and America right now loves you. You're awesome.
Shout out, what was it? Buzzbomb 711.
Buzzbomb 7-Eleven kicks so much fucking ass. It's
Yeah.
not even funny.
Yeah.
Shout out Maverick gas station.
Check out the Division line. They got a bunch of really rad stuff. They have us, the Boise Hive next week is what? July 12th, sorry.
Yeah,
July
July
12th, next Saturday
Wiley
at Boise Hive.
Records.
Wiley
July
Records.
13th.
Uh,
And then Mad
Mad
Swede
Swede.
the 14th.
Damn. Hell yeah.
We're
Yeah.
going balls deep for this project.
The Division line, minus Eli. He's gone, but yeah.
We fired Eli, actually. We killed him.
I didn't like what he said.
I didn't like what he said.
You guys all rule. Thank you so much for doing this with
Thank
me.
you, Bruxa. You're fucking
Thank you.
Division line, Bruxa, out.
Hey guys, it's Division line. We're getting interviewed right now.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're being held captive by Bruxa. Help us, please.
Oh my gosh.
They're here with me forever now.
You can never escape it, but yeah, okay. See you guys soon.